Campbell County High School, your 2025 100-pound champion, Ellie Bosas. From Pinedale High School, the 2023 and 24 100-pound champion, Mackenzie Mortensen. From Rock Springs High School, your 2025 105-pound champion, Ryland Plant. From Pinedale High School, the 2024 and 2025 110-pound champion, Kalia Mortensen. From Thermopolis High School, your 2024 115-pound champion, and your 2025 120-pound champion, Lily Quintanilla. From Star Valley High School, your 2025 135-pound returning champion, Remington Allman. From Kemmer High School, back-to-back 140-pound champion in 2024 and 2025, Kaylee Julander. From Star Valley High School, your 2024 145-pound champion, Kara Andrews. From Thermopolis High School, the 2025 155-pound champion, Alex Sorensen. From Cody High School, your 2025 170-pound champion, Ashton Hubbs. She's local, she's dominant. Your 2025 235-pound girls champion from Natrona County High School, Marley Dickinson. Let's hear it for our girls champions.
All right, fans, let's keep the momentum rolling with it, starting with the 2A boys. Returning champions from Thermopolis High School, the 2025 113-pound champion, Dylan Myers. Also from Thermopolis High School, your 2025 132-pound champion, Cannon Boren. And from Grayville Riverside High School, your 2025
All right, those of you that have joined us, welcome to the, I was going to say the Casper Event Center, but it's the Ford Wyoming Center, home of the Wyoming State Wrestling Championships. This is the Parade of Champions, and it's been a little while since I've been here, but they're doing a little bit different where they're, looks like they're just going to recognize the individual state champions and maybe not have all of the teams march out. I don't know that yet, but they're going through the individual champions right now. They're lining up facing the main sides of the arena. They all have a Wyoming state flag holding out to kind of at an angle, looks kind of cool. And you can see all the light sticks, neon light sticks and stuff and toys. This is fun.
3A 120-pound champion, Brody Allen. Now get ready because Pinedale High School's bringing the heat. Your 2025 126-pound champion, Landon Ryan. Returning 2023 113-pound champion and your 2025 132-pound champion, Wiley Wilson. From Torrington High School, the 2025 150-pound champion, Colby Sandusky. Joining him from Pinedale High School, your 2025 165-pound champion, Landon Thornstrom. And we're not done yet. Again, from Pinedale
Let's put your hands together for the 4A returning boys champions. From Thunder Basin High School, your 2025 106-pound champion, Lucas Sterling. Also from Thunder Basin High School, your 2025 113-pound champion, Rylan McCormick. From Star Valley High School, the 2024 106-pound and 2025 120-pound returning champion, Kimball Perry. From Thunder Basin High School, the 2024 113-pound and 2025 126-pound champion, Brecken Henry. From Cheyenne East High School, your 2025 132-pound champion, Cozad Porter. From Star Valley High School, the 2023 126-pound, 2024 132-pound, and 2025 138-pound champion, Tel Perry. This one's local and this one's ready. From Kelly Walsh High School, your 2025 150-pound returning champion, William Alt. From Green River High School, your 2024 150-pound champion, Maddox Hines. And last but certainly not least, from Sheridan High School, your 2025 165-pound champion, Keegan Ranger. Congratulations to all of our returning champions. Let's give them one last round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please stand and remove your cover as the Natrona County High School JROTC color guard, under the direction of Cadet Sergeant Smith, presents our flag. And please welcome, singing our national anthem tonight, our sisters Wyoming and Alani Longi from Kelly Walsh High School. Thank you. The Wyoming High School Activities Association Student Advisory Council reminds you to live the 307 way. So help us make the 307 way a reality at all WHSAA events. And now, wrestlers.
All right, friends, welcome to the Ford Wyoming Center in Casper, Wyoming for the Wyoming State Wrestling Tournament. This tournament is for 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, and the women's division. And it's one of the best state tournaments in the country, literally. It's one of the very best ones. Just by way of introduction, my name is Jason Hoops. I'm on the mic with my son Tyson Hoops.
That's me.
And we're going to do our best. Unfortunately, I think all of you that are listening already know this about the state tournament, is that the video rights were sold a long time ago to that National High School Sports something. I can't remember the acronym, but so they have the rights to video broadcast, but we can still do audio broadcast. But just so that you know, if you have a Flow Wrestling account, this is being covered by Flow Wrestling. And if you don't have a Flow Wrestling account, here's my rule of thumb. If you like to watch wrestling, even if it's not your son or your grandson or daughter, then you should get a Flow Wrestling account. I think it's about, I don't know how much it is a month, but if you buy a year up front, it's, I don't know, 140.
Something like that.
I can't remember. I actually have 2 accounts. I have 2 of them, and the only reason is because I got a bunch of boys that are newlyweds.
They won't let you stream too many times, so you got to have a couple profiles.
So, anyway, but the video is all being done by Flow Wrestling, so you can log into Flow Wrestling and find this event. Search for WHSAA, Wyoming High School Activities Association, and you should see this come right up. But up on mat number 3 is Caleb Lawrence.
Cooper Sessions.
Oh, this is Cooper. Oh, sorry, thank you. Cooper Sessions. I'm just looking at the scoreboard. It is Cooper Sessions at 113 pounds. Cooper fought his way into the semifinals. We're just covering the semifinals tonight. That's all that's left. And a blast double by his opponent Johnson from Green River, going out of bounds, but Johnson's feet were still inside the circle. So it counted as a 3-point takedown. Sessions on bottom now. The ref's getting him started again. Johnson from Green River got poked in the eye, so the ref's giving him just a minute to blink it out and stop his crying. Oh, nice quick takedown, single leg, scoops it way up, treetop, and he's trying to drag Sessions into the middle and give him a trip, and it looks like more he's kicking him in the butt is what it looks like. He's trying to trip high, but he's kicking him right in the back of the hammy. Does it again. Sessions hopping like a pogo stick. Hop, hop, hop. Johnson's dragging him back into the middle. And Sessions is doing an amazing job of taking all the wind out of the sails. I'm telling you, no takedown yet. They went out of bounds. Now a lift return for Johnson. He gets 3 points out of the deal. And he had to work his tail off for that. And for those of you who remember what it was like to wrestle, or if you've never wrestled, that takes a lot of energy on behalf of the guy trying to get the trip, not the guy trying to avoid being tripped.
Gets real frustrating when those guys keep jumping away from you.
Yeah, and they don't go down. You think they got one leg on they're bouncing like a pogo stick, they should go down. So score 6-1 with 30 seconds left in the first period. Johnson over Sessions of Star Valley. Johnson's got a hard, just a deep half, and he's got both boots in. Now Sessions got out of the boots. 15 seconds left in the first period. Oh, and Sessions about to give up some back points, but saved by the bell there. Here's the thing about wrestling is, I mean, right now you think Sessions is far behind. He's behind by 5. That does seem like a lot, but conditioning is always a factor in every single wrestling match. And if you can keep it close and your opponent, well, even if you're not keeping it close, if you have more energy at the end of this thing than your opponent, it's a game changer. We've watched most of the matches of the tournament so far, and we've seen so many matches where one wrestler was ahead and ready to tech pin his opponent or her opponent, and then they just got tired, got flopped on their back, and got pinned. Speaking of, Sessions is on his back right now, trying to stay off. He's in a bad spot, but he looks like he's getting off of his back. The ref gave him back points, even though he still had a leg hooked in.
Now wrestling on 2A number 8 at 120 pounds from Rocky Mountain, Gabriel.
Oh, and he's got such a deep half on Sessions, it's not even fair. And Sessions got out of that half. I mean, it's the kind of half where he was looking at his own belly button.
Come on, what's the score?
Second period, 30 seconds left. The score is 11-1 right now in favor of Johnson over Sessions. And he is grinding on the back of Sessions' head and neck. And so the question, the officials, the Green River coach has a question about the score. I don't see Star Valley coaches arguing, and I think they're probably in agreement that the score isn't quite right, and they're just letting them sort it out. I don't think it's going to work out in Sessions' favor right now. Well, now the scoreboard has it at 18-1. And the wrestlers are taking their ankle bands off. It looks like it's a technical pin.
Coach Clark's nodding his head.
Johnson from Green River is a tornado, isn't he?
Yeah, he went after it quick.
Wow.
I imagine he'll do well in the finals.
Yeah. All right, we are waiting for, this is Caleb, right? Let's
yes.
See they still don't have names up on the board yet. Caleb is a freshman. I don't know if his opponent's what grade he's at, but I'll tell you what, Caleb Lawrence is quickly becoming one of my favorite wrestlers to watch. He is a surgeon, I'm not kidding. He dissects you, he cuts your heart out, shows it to you beating before you hit the ground. And he just calm, cool, and collected, doing his little shaking his arms out, kind of trotting side to side on his feet like he's jumping rope. All righty, Caleb Lawrence against Zayas McDonald from Cheyenne East.
Wrestling next on mat number 1, 115 pounds. Sarah McGregor from Kelly Walsh.
I think they're waiting to start this one. Maybe until the other one. Nope.
They're starting it up.
What do I know?
We're just happy to be here, sitting on the front row at the 50-yard line. All right, Caleb Lawrence against Mr. McDonald from Cheyenne East. Watch how fast his feet are. Boom. Front headlock by Caleb. He's looking for an outside an ankle, and he's got it. He's trying to spin behind. He doesn't have head in the hole, though, but he's got basically a chin and an ankle.
The only thing really holding him back, he's got his right arm
Sucked in too deep, right?
Yeah, Cheyenne East kind of had a hold of his arm real good right there.
Gotcha. So in that front headlock position, you want the offensive wrestler doesn't want his arms sucked all the way through. He wants to pretend like he's got T-Rex arms. Yep, T-Rex arms, short. They call it a short offense.
Yep.
And I just referring to their short arms. Cheyenne East fires off a shot, and Caleb sees it coming a mile away. But they're both being really physical out on the mat right now. Caleb's got Cheyenne's butt just facing the outside, and Caleb goes around behind, and I think Cheyenne East paused because the next mat over, the ref blew the whistle right in his ear, and Cheyenne East kind of paused a little bit, and Caleb right around behind to collect his three-point takedown. I think he was going to get it anyway, but nice, just keep wrestling is the rule.
Yep.
Especially with these whistles going on all over the place, you just keep wrestling.
If there's a question, you keep going.
Just go. Just go. So 3-0 right now with 42 seconds left in the first period. Lawrence from Star Valley over McDonald of East, Cheyenne East.
Wrestling for 3A, Jonas Hendricks of Torrington and Hudson Baker of Rollins.
East has got hand control, and he popped up off of his base to try to get an escape, and Caleb lifts return him, just a beautiful one. If you don't get points for that, but if you did, he'd have got all of the points. All right, time running out, 10 seconds left in the period. Caleb's got him bellied out, digging for some arm bar or something, but Cheyenne East has just got his arms tucked underneath. All right, Caleb wins the toss. He defers. Cheyenne East says, looking at his coach, and they decide to go neutral, it looks like. I would not go neutral against Caleb Lawrence, just so you know. All right, ear to ear right now. Both of them kind of with an underhook or a collar tie. And again, Caleb Lawrence is taking ground, has got Cheyenne East feet outside of the mat. Cheyenne East with a shot with one arm on Caleb's leg. Caleb does a reshot. Cheyenne East does a reshot. Caleb goes behind. Again, his arm's sucked up underneath.
He got it in the cradle, though.
But he's got a cradle locked up. Nope, his grip got broken underneath there. And Cheyenne East is doing a good job. He's just hanging on that elbow. Again, Caleb's arms is sucked all the way through, and it should have been because he had a cradle locked up. But Cheyenne East is just hanging on that elbow. And a nice little dump. And as he goes behind, Cheyenne East tries to block him, and he literally jumps over Cheyenne East's arm to get around behind. Just awesome mat awareness by Mr. Caleb Lawrence from Star Valley. Who is this guy? So he's ahead 6-0 right now. That's right where he wants to be.
32 pounds from Wright, Marshall, Redmond, from Upton, Landon, Norman.
All right, and Cheyenne East gets warned for stalling. And he was, and the ref tries to call lock hands on Caleb, but they're not giving him any reaction time. The ref and Eddie heads to the table. You got to give him some reaction time.
And now wrestling on 2A mat number 7 at 126 pounds from Shoshone, Brody.
You can't. It's hard to argue with these refs because they don't have. There's no review board. There's nothing, so they just defend their decision, which I guess I would too. But so 6-1 now because of locked hands. And did they warn Cheyenne East for stalling? They did, didn't they? Yes, they did. They did.
That I wasn't paying enough attention.
And
I don't remember.
And they should have, because he's just and on bottom, he's trying to fight hands before he makes all the effort to go up. But I saw him over here when Caleb had him completely bellied out, and Cheyenne East's arms and hands were literally tucked underneath his belly button. And so Caleb chooses neutral to go into the third period, 6-1.
Christopher Anuntak, we have your ID at the announcer's table. Christopher Anuntak, we have your ID at the announcer's table.
Forehead to forehead, and Caleb clears his arm. Cheyenne had an underhook, and Caleb just cleared that thing just slicker than slick. He had to work at it, but it was slick. Cheyenne East on a nice shot, though. Sweep single to the right side, and he's got an elbow, and Caleb's got his other arm tucked through the crotch to block from getting slung over. Now he's got an ankle collected. His arm is sucked up there, and the ref gives him the 3 points, even though his arm is still. And Cheyenne East finally lets go of it because it's no use hanging on to it. Minute and 15 seconds left in the match. And the score is 9-1 in favor of Caleb Lawrence. I'm telling you guys, Caleb Lawrence is something. Freshman. He saunters back to the center of the mat, hardly breathing heavy.
Wrestling on mat number 1, 115
Cool as a
pounds.
cucumber.
Elisa Horsley from Powell. Kinsey Hooper from Rollins.
I don't really like cucumbers, but I like Caleb Lawrence.
Little salt and pepper, that cucumber's not too bad. Caleb's wrestling salty out there. Oh, and he's trying to, and Cheyenne East has got an arm, not the right, he's got a leg, over the leg, not under the leg, so he's just kind of hanging on. He's not going to go anywhere with that, I don't think. He's trying to hip into Caleb, and now he kind of lets go. I don't know if 30 seconds left in the match, and if I'm Mr. Cheyenne, I'm letting go of that thing and trying to stand up and get out of there, or I'm hoping for a stall or a stalemate. But he's burning up all of his time hanging onto a leg. Oh! And Caleb literally dumped him up on his back, just kind of stacked him and got 2 back points out of the deal. So it's 11-1. Caleb just put the hurt on McDonald. And you can tell McDonald's a pretty decent wrestler, but Caleb just swarmed him.
Now wrestling on 2A mat number 7 at 132 pounds from Kemper,
Wow.
Abel Jimenez. From Cookville, Mason Child.
Wrestling next on mat number 2, 110 pounds. Mackenzie Mortensen from Pinedale. Alina McNeese from Hannah Elk Mountain.
On mat number 3, at 126 pounds, from Green River, Jeremiah Musbach. And from Thunder Basin, Wyatt Mason.
All right, if any of our friends from Cokeville are listening, while we don't have a Star Valley guy up here, across the arena, kitty corner from us, is Child from Cokeville wrestling Jimenez from Kemmer. That's a Lincoln County battle over there. So yeah, we might have Kemmer folks listening. Of course, they might have their own announcer over there, but all right, they're still just battling on their feet. No points scored with a minute left in the first period. Sweep single attempt by Jimenez, and Child reacts to it well. Now Jimenez got Child in the front headlock. Knee taps him over to his hip, but the Child recovers real well, so no points scored. Child's trying to shuck him by. Child's head is underneath. Jimenez got the front headlock, but again, his arms are in too deep, and Child's got that elbow locked up like he's doing a low fireman's. And Jimenez tries to just bounce his head off the mat. Now they're both back up on their feet, forehead to forehead, fighting for wrist control. Child with a shot underneath. Jimenez snaps him down. Jimenez snaps him down again and goes around behind and gets the 3 points. 10 seconds left in the period, and he goes He goes that standing tilt-a-rooney, and looked like he was going to get some back points, but he doesn't. All right, period ends 3-0 in favor of Jimenez.
Now wrestling on 2A mat number 8 at 138 pounds from Grable, Bennett Sanford. From Sundance, Lyman Alverson.
All right, warming up right below us is Kimball Perry. As you know, Kimball's going for state championship number 3, but he has been nursing some pain and anguish that he's trying to keep at a minimum, and so he's literally kept the gas off a little bit, throttled back a little bit. Medical forfeited out of the regional tournament. He was in it long enough to make sure he placed, and then medical forfeited out the rest just to make sure something dumb didn't happen and he injured or re-aggravated or whatever. And to be honest with you, I don't know how serious his injury is, but he's been protecting it and intentionally not talking about it. So, but he went down to 132 after Ronthon, and his brother Owen is up at his old weight at 138. All right, score over on the Lincoln County mat is still 3-0 in favor of Jimenez. 30 seconds left in the second period. They're ear to ear. Jimenez with a slick high crotch to his left side, to Childs' right side, and he would back behind and collected his 3 points in about a half a second. That was that fast, super fast. He cuts Child, so now it's 6-1 with 10 seconds left. I don't know why he cut him that late in the period.
It looked like he was going to cut him. His coaches yelled at him, and he tried to get on top, but didn't quite. Oh.
And then hits a lateral drop with time running out, and got the takedown, but no back points. So now the score is 9-1, and there was literally less than 10 seconds left in that period when Jimenez hits a super slick lateral drop and puts Child on his back, but time ran out about the moment he scored the takedown, so no back points. Jimenez down on bottom. Child, as they start the third period, Child grabs an ankle and drives Jimenez down onto his belly. Just fighting hands underneath right now. Jimenez is trying to get some kind of hand control so he can then make it worth his time to go through the effort to stand up. Back in the good old days, you just stood up anyway.
Yeah.
No matter what, you just stood up. And Jimenez, that paid off. He got the hand control he wanted, then snapped that, popped out of there. Got the escape, and Child in on a high crotch attempt. Jimenez was ready for it. They're both up on their feet right now. Jimenez with an overhook, I mean.
Now wrestling on 2A mat number 8 at 150 pounds from Cookville, Gaston, Hope. From Kemmer, Noah Marks.
Another snap down by Jimenez. Minute left in the match, and he's looking to go behind. And he does it. So 13-1 in favor of Jimenez with 45 seconds left in the match.
Wrestling on mat number 4, at 120 pounds from Green River, David Vendetti. And from Thunder Basin, Lucas Sterling.
All right, the Lincoln County Championship match is over. Jimenez wins it 16-2
Now wrestling on 2A, man number 7 at 100
over Child from Cokeville.
pounds from Thermopolis, Gannon, Oren, from Grable, Hayden Jensen.
At 125 pounds, wrestling on mat number 1, Cadence Waters from Natrona County and Jillian Holman from Glenrock.
Now up on mat 5, 344 pounds, from Cody, Court Sorensen, and from Douglas, Octavius McDonald. On mat 6, 144 pounds for 3A, from Rollins, Richard Herring, and from Torrington, Brendan Woodard.
Okay, we're waiting ever so patiently for Kimball Perry. And there's 2 seconds left of this match. And so yeah, Kimball's up here in 2 seconds.
130 pounds, Bianca Mays from Green River, Oakley Hepworth from Star Valley.
Oh, nope, unfortunately, sorry. I was ahead of myself. Kimball's not up next. He's just looks like he's up next.
At least that means he's ready.
Yeah.
Wrestling on mat number 3, at 126 pounds, from Kelly Walsh, Maverick Gallo, and from Cheyenne.
All right, over on mat number 1. Or yeah, mat number 1. Sorry, thank you. Hepworth from Star Valley. Mays from Green River in the girls division. Just started, so it's 0-0. They're both eyeballing each other, fighting for wrist control, bobbing and weaving. Hepworth gives her a snap on the back of the head, tries to make her kiss the mat. And Mays in on a shot and got it up in the air, but Hepworth feeds her some hips and then stomps her leg down, and they're back in the neutral position. Hepworth, headlock attempt coming, headlock, and Hepworth sees it from a mile away, blocks it with her hips, elevates her and puts her right on her back, but no back points, but she did get the takedown in kind of a nice violent way. And then Hepworth just runs her, drives her out of bounds. They're heading back to the center. You got some excitement all around us. Somebody was celebrating because of a pin. Looks like the time had had expired. Now he's got to go back and wrestle after he thought he won. That's never fun. Refs are trying to tell the coaches to calm down because they're like, wait a minute, you slapped the mat. Getting fired up. I've seen several coaches be so frustrated with the refs they could hardly stand it. And typically the Wyoming officiating crew is pretty awesome. So I think just coaches trying to do what they need to do, what they think they need to do. All right, Hepworth is ahead 3-1 right now.
120 pounds.
Must have been a locked hands, but no, it was an escape. But there's a takedown, and Hepworth collects 3 more points literally as time runs out in the first period. So she's ahead 6-1. The official Will Kishpaw from Evanston, former state champ back in 2015. Won't tell you how I know that. All right, Mays from Green River with an escape there right at the beginning of the second period. So there, Mays has got double unders. Hepworth is pushing back on her hips. Hepworth Hepworth did a headlock that slipped off, and it gave Green River the takedown. So now it's 6-5 with a minute left in the first period, and she's putting Hepworth on her back. Hepworth is sacrificing her own neck to stay belly down. But the officials signaling 3 points. If nothing changes, there's the 3 point. Nope. Green River's just running a half like crazy, and looks like she's going to tear Hepworth's arm off at the shoulder socket. So the official stops it just for potentially dangerous. Nothing illegal, just dangerous. And Mr. Kishpaw calls that and gives her 3 points, Green River. So now Green River's ahead by 2. 8-6 with 32 seconds left in the second period. Hepworth is rubbing her shoulder, and rightfully so.
There would have been some snapping in my shoulder if it looked like that.
Yeah, it's a different. It's funny where in men's or boys wrestling, you're taught to try to control the hips, because wherever their hips go, their shoulders will go.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of things you're doing in wrestling to torque their hips over so that it makes it easier to get their shoulders over. Well, girls, it's different. Their hips can be totally facing the mat, and their back's not even close to being exposed at all.
Yep.
At all.
Yeah.
From right, Rio Edwards.
All right, I looked away, but it looked like they banged heads. Green River is a little bit woozy. Coach is putting her hands above her. I can't see what's going on. Maybe she's getting a shot of breathing treatment. I can't tell. The coach that's administering his back is to us.
It's like they're getting her some water.
So the match that prematurely ended and the wrestler thought he got the pin, he ended up winning that one. I didn't see the score. And there's a lot of noise for that one. All right, Hepworth back on her feet with an escape. 7-8 now with 9 seconds left in the second period. So Hepworth's behind by 1. Boy, they're banging on each other's heads and then hand fighting like crazy. I mean, actually really hard hand fighting. They're looking for Tylenol right now. I mean, banging their foreheads like crazy and grinding away.
Mat 5, wrestling 150 pounds for 3A. Cash Lenson of Douglas and Ty Alma of Torrington.
Tice, how well do you remember this place from the last time you were here?
It felt like coming home.
Did you have a little bit of pit in your stomach, though?
You know, honestly, it just was good to see it again.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been here since I graduated 2019.
Yeah.
So
7 years.
Yeah, this is my first time back.
Wow. So for those of you who don't know, Hepworth gave up a reversal, but Green River's up high, minute 30 left in the match. So between 2019 and now, what have you done?
After I graduated, I went on my mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yep. To Detroit.
I went to Detroit.
And what made your mission kind of weird and unique?
Well, I was there for about 8 months, pretty normal, and then COVID started, and there were quite the restrictions in Michigan, and I was in my apartment for about the next 15 months. Had about 3 weeks at the end of my mission where I got to go out and knock on doors and talk to people, and then I came home.
Wow.
Wrestled out in Virginia and graduated last May, and now I'm working on getting to medical school.
Yeah, and met your lady out there?
Yep.
So Tyson wrestled for 4 years there. For 3 of those years, his brother Brig was the head wrestling coach. And for 2 of those years, his brother Walker was the assistant wrestling coach.
Yep.
And met the lady of his dreams at Institute class, I think it was. Well, was it Institute?
Institute, and
it's a small school. You kind of meet each other all over the place, but
I think there's about 1,000 students.
Yeah.
So
a little bigger than Star Valley High School. All right, here we go. Mat number 3, Kimball Perry against Mr. Etheridge from East. And Trace Eldridge is quite a good wrestler. We watched him earlier in the tournament. I didn't know him at all before, but he's got big bushy hair. If you remember Harrison wrestling with that big head of hair for most of his senior year, it looks kind of like that.
Just a little more blonde.
Yeah, a little more blonde, a little curlier. Harrison's look just, I don't know what Harrison's looked like 3.8 gigawatts or something. But. Oh, elbow pass by Kimball, and Kimball in on a shot that looked great, but Etheridge was ready, double under and hipped him. All right, they're just hand fighting, collar tying, snapping and popping. Little scramble there, and Kimball's going behind. He got the 3 points. They both kind of shot at the same time, and Kimball just smacked him with a hard crossface. I think Etheridge's mother's calling the authorities right now. Oh, another hard crossface, another one. All right, Kimball tight waist on the right, trying to pop him with a crossface on the left. 30 seconds left in the first period. Here comes. Oh, dang it! And Kimball had a barbed wire pretty tight, but because of all those cross faces, he got a bloody nose. So on one hand, he wished he didn't have a bloody nose, but on the other, it was his cross faces that caused it. They had to stop it. Kimball had that tight. Looked like Etheridge was on his way over for back points or more, but the ref had to stop it because of blood.
Fortunately, they don't let, or unfortunately, they don't just let them bleed out.
Right, right. Isn't that strange? Yeah, I've seen some crazy things happen with blood, but for the most part, they are very careful with it and just stop the match wherever they're at when there's blood. All right, heading back to the center, lining up in the referee's position. Etheridge is on bottom. The official tells Kimball that he can jump on board, and away they go. Etheridge tries to do a stand-up and then a switch, and Kimball grabs an ankle, tight waists him, and then another just haymaker of a crossface, and Etheridge is just keeping his head down, protecting it, but that's going to serve to help. That's going to serve to help Kimball because he should be given a stall warning. As soon as his head pops up, Kimball just haymakers that thing. and the official, it's the end of the period. Etheridge looks over at his coaches with a dazed look in his face and a nose plug sticking out of his nose hole. All right, Etheridge picks neutral. And you know what? I would too if I'm Etheridge. I mean, I've watched him wrestle the tournament. That guy can take down. And but he's against a two-time state champ.
I wouldn't want to be taking any more cross faces from Kimball.
Yeah, a nice cross. I got on a high crotch. Kimball's feeding him all kinds of hips. Kimball's trying to keep his. Oh, nice takedown by Etheridge to even the score. Kimball's up on his feet and out of there. 4-3 now. Minute 30 left in the second period. Forehead to forehead collar tie. Sweep to the right side by Etheridge. And Kimball's got him in a short offense. Underhook and a head. Now trying to spin around behind. Got an ankle. Yep. And he secures a takedown. Not after some flailing by Etheridge, some violent spinning and twisting and turning by Etheridge. And Etheridge is on his belly and his head's down, resting on his forearm. And the official gives him a warning. Good job. And for some reason, the coach doesn't like that. But he's literally on his belly, resting his head. and
Kimball's got him back in one of those.
Yeah, there he goes.
Cross faces before.
He's got him the barbed wire, and it's tighter than tight in a pin. Wow. Holy cow, that's some brutal wrestling, and wrestling's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be violent and within the rules, but it's supposed to be hard and physical. And Kimball took some of the fight, maybe even a lot of the fight, out of Etheridge, because if his head popped up, he got cross-faced so hard, his dog felt it.
Yep.
Literally. His dog's yelping at home right now. And I mean, you can see his hair jiggle from up here every time he got hit by that crossface. So great job by Kimball Perry to put himself in a position to win another state championship tomorrow evening. And right now, Kimball's 132, so the 30, I didn't watch the other, I didn't keep track of who won the other one. We can look here in a minute, but right now we're waiting for Tel Perry to come up next. Kimball's over there standing by him. Okay.
Mat number 5, wrestling 157 pounds for 3A, Kate Grant of Cody and Timber Van Eason of Lyman.
Oh, okay. So Tyson got us a little update on Kimball Perry. He is wrestling a friend of his from Rock Springs named Lincoln Young. And I know my son Kale, Tyson's brother Kale, has been friends with Lincoln Young since I believe 6th grade. And, I mean, they're really close friends. And Lincoln's a great wrestler. Money's on Kimball, but Lincoln's a good wrestler. Really good one. His dad's from Pennsylvania, super good guy, one of the coaches for Rock Springs, Tyson Young.
Me and him get along.
You do?
Mat 6, wrestling 157 pounds, 3A, Rylan Cowan from Douglas and Kelton Stewart of Glenrock. Mat 5, wrestling 165 pounds for 3A, Landon Fornstrom of Pinedale and Brody Barrett of Buffalo. Wrestling next, 140 pounds on mat 2, Kaylee Julinder from Cameroon and
All
Rowan
right.
Ortega Hahn from Thunder Basin.
Another Lincoln County Championship match over on mat number
7.
7. Thank you. Linford from Cokeville, 165 pounds. And Michael Simons from Kemmer. Simons just feeding him some hand fighting like crazy. Arm drag and snapping. They're both on their knees, and it almost looks like a fist fight. Back up on their feet again. Simons being a little more aggressive, and I think Linford's just kind of waiting out the storm a little bit. Linford on a sweep single to the right. Simons tries to lateral drop Linford. You don't do that to an experienced guy like Linford. And Linford just falls on him. Post so he doesn't get slung over on that lateral drop, and he's now got boots in and a power half trying to get some back points off of Simons, but Linford's hips are way off to the side, so he's hoping for a stalemate here in a second. And Lanny Schneider, the official, gives him the stalemate. All right. Tell Perry wrestling Mr. Brown from Thunder Basin.
At 144 pounds from Star Valley, Tell Perry. And from Thunder Basin, Riley Brown.
Riley Brown. Oh, and in on a shot. Tail puts him right to double leg, right to his back. Tries to hold him there, but the official didn't get any counts. And now Brown is bellied out. Tell's got an arm bar on the left side, wrist on the right. And good job by Brown to defend that. He hasn't been cranked over. They're kind of out of bounds, but not really. And Tell's trying to get him back in bounds to put some heat on his shoulder.
Wrestling mat 5, 175 pounds, 3A, Alex Sitz of Cody and Colby Mills of Wheatland.
All right, Tell's collected a wrist, and Brown has still got an arm bar, his arm barred.
Nalani Jordan from Powell and Love Potter from East.
And Brown is wrestling with his Tell switches gears, sinks his chest in underneath Brown's shoulder, collects the chin, and is chest to chest and just being patient, getting him over on his back. Brown's headgear's around his eyes. He doesn't want any of this. Tell scoops up the bottom arm to tighten it up. Brown tries to roll through. And looks like he does successfully, and he does. He gets off of his back, gets and Tell gets his 4 points. Tell goes right back to a crossface to a barbed wire. And Brown rolls through that. mostly. He does. And he's the end of the period, and he's trying to wonder just what happened. Cleaning his headgear out of his hair. Looking at his coach like, Coach.
I think Tell just chose top.
He did. I think I'd do the same thing after just tearing the other guy's arms off.
You know, it might be the quickest way to end it.
Right, right. All right. Tell with a tight waist. Now he's got him bellied out. Smacks him with a crossface. Nice one. Barbed wire. Brown's doing everything he can to stay in. And Brown rolls through, but I think Tell's going to catch him. He's prying. He's trying to get chest to chest a little bit, but Brown does a great job of rolling through, but Tell situates to the other side. But not without giving up 4 back points. So it's 11-0 right now with 1:20 left in the second period.
On mat number 3 at 140.
Brown's trying to keep his head out of harm's way. Let's see how long it takes Tell to smack him with another crossface. Let's see. Here. Boom! Now there's another one. Another one. You just can't look up. You cannot look up against Tell Perry. He's going to, or Kimball. All right, so up on his feet. Tell's just controlling his hips. And Tell, literally, Tell doesn't have any kind of a pinning combination. He's just controlling Brown's hips. And he got all 4 back points, I believe. No, just 2. Just 2. That makes it 13-0, 25 seconds left.
Wrestling at 135 pounds.
Tell locked hands.
Remington Allman from Star Valley and Jocelyn Shantz from Green River.
The Thunder Basin coaches want to talk to the officials. I don't know why. Let's see.
They got about as best as they could out of that exchange.
Yeah, they did.
Maybe they're arguing after the locked hands that Tell shouldn't get any back points. And looks like that's what they did.
See, isn't that interesting? When they're swiping hands, I would, well, I mean.
I'd be a little more upset if I wasn't pretty sure Tell was going to win anyway.
Yeah, if it was a close, you know, you only have so much social equity with the officials. And our beloved Coach Eddie is always fighting that battle. And but he realized it's not worth the fight because it's going to happen anyway. Another crossface by Tell, not as vicious of one. 4 seconds left in the second period. All right, back points though. 2 back points. 13-1 right now.
Thunder Basin decides to take his turn at top.
Yeah, enough of that crossface business. I mean, Tell is reversal. There's a reversal. No, they're not giving it to him yet because he's doing head in the hole. He was looking for back points or a pin. All right, there's the reversal. They let him, if he's got a pinning combination, they'll let him finish that. And Tell's trying to scoop up the knee. And there he's getting back. Well, he's already got his back, but he's looking for a pin right now. And
they probably should have let him finish that.
Yeah.
He still had the move locked up. So Point shouldn't have been awarded yet, but tech fall is not a bad way to.
Not a bad way. Not a bad way. And you know what? Tell waves to the crowd. Star Valley cheering for him. Tell and Brown hug a little bit on the way past each other, and the way they. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Yep.
Okay. At 150 pounds, Merritt.
145 pounds on mat 1. Kara Andrews from Star Valley, Evie Stahl from Evanston.
Merritt from Star Valley against Alt.
Number 4. At 150 pounds from Kelly Walsh.
From Kelly Walsh.
And from Star Valley, Colby Merritt.
And Alt with they're behind a group of people that are standing up we can't see, but Alt got the takedown and then cut Merritt. So the score is 3-1.
And it looks like over on the women's side, Allman just won at 135 for the girls.
Excellent.
So.
And so now it's Stahl and Andrews. Stahl from Evanston against Andrews from Star Valley. And I don't know about Stahl, but I know Andrews is she is very comfortable on a wrestling mat. It's like home to her. All right, back on to mat number 4 with Merritt and Alt. Neutral position because Merritt got him an escape. 3-1, or Alt cut him, I guess, to be perfectly honest. But Alt's kind of bobbing and weaving, changing, taking jab steps, changing levels. Now he's got an overhook. Now he's got an over and an under. He's looking for a throw. Looking for a throw. He's jacking him up. Merritt hips out of that, hips back. Now they're back ear to ear. All right, and Alt tries a lateral drop, and you could see it coming a mile away, and I'm sure Merritt could feel it coming a mile away. So Merritt gets the takedown at the end of the period. I don't know why Alt was trying to do that at the very end of a period, but he did. Credit to him for being aggressive still. But Merritt capitalizes on that, so Merritt's ahead 4-3 as they head into the second period with Alt on bottom.
Alt, I know his first name was Will because I remember him wrestling in the finals at Ronthon. His nickname for, I don't know who gave it to him. I don't know if he gave it to himself or not, but his name is Will the Thrill.
Will the Thrill. That sounds like a self-appointed. But I like it. I like it.
Confidence is key.
He's got cool shoes that match, green shoes, that green and black that match his singlet perfectly. Stahl and Andrews are heading into round number 2. And Andrews just got an escape. So she's ahead 4-1. And Stahl's trying to dig underneath there and set some kind of throw up. And Andrews knows exactly what's coming, so she's just hipping back, getting some separation between their hips. And now she's in on a slick fireman's carry. She keeps the elbow, gets the takedown, already looking for some pinning combination. 7-1. Now Andrews smacks her with a crossface of her own. All right, 4-4. Back on to mat number 4. They both shoot at the same time. Bang it. Oh, Will the Thrill is juking and jiving. And he's kind of, a couple of times, he's kind of, looks like he's trying to go throw. Still, oh, watch this one. I guess you can't watch it because you're just listening. He's got, whoa! And he just tossed Merritt onto his back. Wow.
Merritt gets pinned there, so.
Wow.
Will the thrill onto the finals.
Will the thrill thrilled us. All right, Andrews with a near side cradle. But Stahl gets out of that, stands up, 15 seconds left in the second period.
Wrestling on mat number 4 at 157 pounds from Kelly Walsh, Joseph Humphreys. And from Evanston, Mason Wagstaff.
Now wrestling to a man number 8 at 175 pounds from Cokeville, Logan Halls. From Warcraft, from Riley D. Haven.
On mat 5, with a 215-pound 380 match from Mountain View, Mason Thames. And from Glenrock, Brady Carr.
All right, Andrews finally, seems like she's been wrestling for 20 minutes. But it's going into the third period now finally. She's ahead 7-2. They're both on their feet. My money's on Andrews all the way. Stahl trying to sling her down. And she does, gets a takedown out of it. So 7-5, minute and 35 seconds left in the match. But she's, oh. And Andrews gets a quick reversal. I didn't see it. All I could see was the ref doing back swipes, and I thought it was against Andrews, but it wasn't. Andrews got the reversal, and then back points and a pin, and that was over. And the Evanston coach was like, "Ooh, what just happened?"
Wrestling next at 155 pounds on mat number 1, Elizabeth Holloway from Grable Riverside and Shyla Stevens from Thunder Basin.
All right, Evanston's got two people in the semifinals at the same time, one at 157, one at 150.
On mat 6, 215 pounds for 38 from Cody, Cinch Dalton. And from Wheatland, Creed Hoops.
Now wrestling to a man number 7 at 190 pounds from Cokeville, Gaston Walker. From Thermopolis, Hayden Blair.
On mat 5 for 285 pounds for the 3A. From Cody, Baker, Stewart. And from Warren, Ray Rice.
No. Oh, they switched it. Come on, Trip! Get her done!
Now wrestling on mat number 3 at 157 pounds from Green River, Maddox Hines. And from Cheyenne Central, Trip V-Hill.
All right, nobody from Star Valley or Lincoln County on the mat right now. We got a Wagstaff from Evanston on mat number 4 to our left. He's behind 3-0. I think just wrapping up the first period.
Keep him in, keep him in. That's it, get behind.
Wrestling next on mat number 1 at 170 pounds. Ashton Hubbs from Cody and Harley Velarde from Lander Valley.
Circle, circle, bad boy! That's it, there's 3! Keep it up, keep the pressure!
On mat 6, 285 pounds for 3s. From Lyman, Zachary Oliver. And from Douglas, Devlin Cohen.
Now wrestling on 2A mat number 7 at 215 pounds from Rocky Mountain, Mason Toomey. From Tongue River, Coulter Schwinn.
Wrestling on mat
So
2,
something you might find interesting if you don't know it already.
Eddie from Rock Springs.
Women's wrestling is the
Alex
fastest growing
Sorensen
sport
from
in North
Tamaulipas.
America. And
That's it.
Wyoming, Star Valley has, what have they won their 5th? Or they're looking for their 5th or their 6th right now in a row.
Something like that. I know they've won every one of them.
So however long women's wrestling has happened in Wyoming, which is 4 or 5 years, Star Valley's won it. And they are in the lead right now as well. I don't know the exact score, but they wrestle all classifications together. So it is a statewide. It's not 4A versus 4A. It's all classifications battling it out against each other. So it's kind of like the Ronthon, where everybody shows up and beats each other up and see who wins.
The women are in first place with a score of 123, and Green River is in second with 85.5 points. So we're looking pretty good.
Yeah, Powell at 78.5 in third place. Fourth is Pinedale with 70. So, and tied with Sheridan or Pinedale. Sheridan, yeah, I think it was. So anyway, a pretty commanding lead right now. Oh, and Mr. Wagstaff. Mr. Wagstaff gets a lateral drop from, but he was doing it from a reversal position. So they only gave him a 2-point takedown, but all 4 back points. So it's 6-7 in favor of Humphreys from Kelly Walsh. So Wagstaff is behind by 1 with 22 seconds left in the second period. I'm interested in that because I think it's Coach Wagstaff's son. Coach Wagstaff is a good friend of mine. All right, on the match right in front of us between Cheyenne Central and Green River, they're just banging each other hard, and Cheyenne Central is ahead 4-0. And man, he got his tooth banged and like he felt like it was going to get knocked out. But they have been super physical. All right, heading into the third period on mat number 3. V-Hill from Central 4. Hintz from Green River 0.
Break him down.
All right, Wagstaff gets thrown to his back. So the score over there with 1:24 left in the match is 14-6 in favor of Kelly Walsh.
Let's get 3, Trip. Keep the pressure up.
Two-way, they're all the way up at the heavyweights. They've got two wrestlers from Wyoming Indian, and I mean those guys are big and tough and athletic.
You got it.
1-0.
Attaboy! There's one. Short time. Hold on. Hold on. Get behind and break him down. Yeah. Attaboy! Sorry for yelling in your ear. It's the only way you can hear me. He knows my voice. Yeah.
Now wrestling on mat number 3 at 165 pounds. From Natrona County, Marty Wilcox. And from Evanston, Connecticut, Horton.
All right, we're watching on the mat in front of us, we're watching the #1 rated 165-pounder Wilcox from Natrona County, who's wrestling Horton from Evanston. The loser of this will wrestle Cale Hoops. Well, assuming...
Yeah.
Yeah, the loser of this will wrestle Cale. And the winner of that match
Will
will
go for
wrestle
third.
for third. The loser of that match will go for 5th. And Cale has traded wins with Horton of Evanston. He's beat him 3 times, and then the last time he got beat by Horton. And Wilcox is a sophomore. I think he took 2nd last year, and is ranked #1 at 165 in the state in 4A. And Horton hurts his ankle. But I'll tell you what, Wilcox is tough as nails. And I mean a technical surgical wrestler too. All right, over on mat number 4, Wagstaff from Evanston takes a loss, 20-12, so a high-flying match over there. And Horton's getting an earful from Coach Wagstaff saying, hey, you're gonna let an ankle get in the way of you wrestling for a state championship. Horton's hurting though. It's his right ankle. And sometimes those wrestling shoes can get just tucked. You can roll an ankle in wrestling similar to how you do it in basketball. So they're trying to wrap that thing up, tighten it up so that it doesn't hurt so bad. Ooh, Horton's hurting, guys. You don't want anybody to get hurt. You want them to be able to wrestle their best because you want whoever wins to wrestle to win against the best. And you hate it when, oh, shoot. Oh, I saw him take the ankle band off of Horton. I thought they were calling the match, but I think they're just getting out of the way of the tape.
They had a tape of his ankle over his shoe because in wrestling, you only have a certain amount of time to deal with injuries. I think you have 2 minutes.
Wrestling next
So
on mat
instead of taking
2,
time to take a shoe off, they
150
figured they just
pounds.
support it from the
Brooke
outside.
Schwab from Star Valley and Chloe Schoen from Hewlett.
And Horton's just battling it out there. You got to love that. And then the nice slick duck under to a, oh my gosh. My mouth can't work as fast as Wilcox just worked.
Yeah.
I mean, a slick high crotch, and then he finished that takedown so fast. And that's one of the things that you notice a lot about high school wrestling compared to college wrestling. One of the transitions that's tough to make when you go from high school to college is finishing your takedowns so quickly. And you can shoot all kinds of takedowns, and you can get in deep on a leg, but if you pause to congratulate yourself even mentally, the other guy's going to beat you up over it. You have to finish so quickly. And that's just a big, huge transition. I mean, I guess you can speak to it better than I can, Tyson.
Yeah. Basically what you said.
Because I remember, you get in deep on a takedown, and you can feel the guy's thigh on your chest, and you're like, I got this one.
I'm very impressive.
I'd like to thank myself. But in college, if you do that, and every wrestler does it in high school, because you can tell when you've shot a great takedown. And you're in deep, your hips are in tight, your back's up, your back's straight, your head's up, chest out. You can just feel it.
Yeah.
But you cannot stop to enjoy it.
Yeah. And
not even for a second.
Yeah. High school, both guys know, oh, that was a good takedown. Oh, that was a good shot.
He got me.
I guess I better do some defense now.
Yeah.
But in college.
All right, Wilcox just casually puts Horton over on his back.
He's using what's called a leg half, which is a half Nelson, but with your leg. Don't see it very often.
No, you don't. But he did it, and he knew he was doing it, and he was kind of proud of himself. But I was proud of him, too.
Now wrestling 2A man number 7 at heavyweight. From Kemmer, Chase Martin. From Rocky Mountain, Alexander Walker.
Horton's given Wilcox everything he can give him, but Wilcox is ahead 11-0 right now with 1:25 left in the second period. He's just controlling every little thing. Over on the girls' mats, we've got Schwab from Star Valley, who is ahead 11-0 as we head into the second period. She's just smoking Schoen from Hewlett. Oh no, oh no, oh no, Wilcox's knee is just, I hope he's not. Ooh. Two near fall for Green, 13-0. And Tyson, you said injury time.
Yep.
And is that injury time right there?
Yeah.
So it's 1:10 left of injury time.
He looks like he's sitting up again, though, moving his leg.
Oh, gosh, you just hate.
My guess.
That was scary.
My guess, maybe a little dislocation of the kneecap, which has happened to me several times. Uncomfortable.
Yeah, to say the least, but it scared him.
But it looks like if I had to bet, I'd bet Wilcox gets back in this and gets going.
Yeah, he looks good. He gave the OK sign, the A-OK sign.
Walking around pretty good.
Strutting around a little bit even.
And I don't remember who was wrestling for Star Valley on the women's side, but my wife let me know that she won.
Outstanding. That Wilcox is something. And Horton's just trying to hang on to an arm.
Wrestling on mat number 4 at 175 pounds from Thunder Basin, Adam Lowndes. And from Cheyenne East, Vander Jonas.
And Wilcox is using both legs, a knee, everything, and then his upper body to control Wilcox. He's doing all kinds of things, and Wilcox's knee is not great. He's slow getting up. And Horton is, they're going neutral. And that's what Horton's got to do. He's got to go through a throw. And Horton just knee picks him right to the ground.
Wilcox.
3 points. Yeah, Wilcox, sorry. Knee picks him right to the ground, and that's the technical pin. Both of them are hurting.
Both of them getting up.
That was a good match. I mean, it's fun to watch. I mean, you hate Horton's just a great guy. He got beat hard by Brody Wilcox, but Brody Wilcox is next level wrestler, and he's a sophomore.
Yeah, I've talked to Horton a few times. First time he wrestled Wilcox, he didn't make it out of the first round. Second time, he was telling me earlier that he made it to the second round, improvement. He was pretty proud of himself for that. And
yeah.
Now he made it to the third round.
Yeah, moving on up. Moving on up. All right, we got a great match ahead of, right in front of us. Keegan Rager from Sheridan against McLaughlin from Riverton. I think Star Valley's next wrestler is...
I know we have 215.
Yes.
And I think that's the last one. Huh? Yeah, 215.
The arena is emptying because the 1A, 2A mats are done. 3A mats are done. Looks like we're on the last match in the women's mats. And the 4As are at 175.
Our final girls match at 235 on mat 2. Marley Dickinson from Natrona County and Catherine
All right, we're waiting for Uso. Matautia.
Yep.
And Uso, I apologize for mispronouncing even your first name.
Yep.
So this match in front of us, 175 pounds between Riverton and Sheridan. Rager, Keegan Rager, is ranked number 1, been ranked number 1 all year. He just came from behind to tie it up with a minute and a half left in the first period, or in the third period. So they're 5-5 right now. Pretty exciting match because both these guys are scrappy. At 175 pounds, they're big enough to hurt somebody too.
I know Mr. Rager,
Yep.
Rager from Sheridan won the state championship last year, so.
Wow.
So he's currently down by 1.
Because he cut McLaughlin from Riverton. So out of bounds, they go back in, and Rager's gas tank is dwindling. He's doing everything he can to get slow back to the. And McLaughlin doesn't seem like he's terribly tired right now. Nice shot, and he catches Rager right flat-footed. And Rager reacts, awesome. 46 seconds left, and they head out of bounds. And Rager is just flat-footed right now. Weston McLaughlin, Rager in on a shot, in a deep one though, and he's got it locked, one leg locked up tight, but his head's down. His head's down, he gets his knees under, he's tripping. Now he's trying to elevate, and he gets McLaughlin down to go up 8-6 with 28 seconds left. And I don't know if he was just baiting him or tricking him, but man, he looked like his gas tank was dead. Just playing possum or something. And McLaughlin's 15 seconds left. He's just got to do something. His head's down. Rager gets dinged for stalling. That doesn't do anything. There's 2 seconds left. It's over. Man, Rager figured out a way to get that done. That is something, and he is exhausted. You never know if they're sick. You never know what's going on. But, man, he is not doing well right now. My guess is he's sick. He doesn't look tired. He looks sick. But anyway, at any rate, super tough match. And the state champ finds a way to come from behind a couple of times to win that thing. All righty. We got 190 pounds at one mat. On the other mat, we've got 215.
And from Thunder Basin, Gage Robinson.
All right, friends, just so you know, team scores in two-way right now. Number one, Kemmer with 166 points. Number two, Moorcroft with 136.5. Number three, Grable Riverside with 134. And number four, Cokeville with 125. I missed number 2 Torrington, and I didn't see. It's Cody in front. I missed that. Sorry, guys. I looked. There was something big happening on one of the mats. The high flying takedown to back to pin. And then in 4A, Thunder Basin is ahead with 196.5. Number 2 is Natrona County with 141. Number 3 is Star Valley with 136.5. Number 4, Cheyennes with 132. Number 5, Green River with 118. That's awesome. I think that's updated in real time, I think.
I think so.
So Star Valley went from 5th to 3rd.
Yep.
That's great.
From Kelly Walsh, Landon Smith, and from Riverton,
A lot of points are going to be scored for teams tomorrow, though. Tomorrow is kind of the guts, the gutsy. It's not the flashy, out in front of everybody. It's a bunch of hard wrestling. Today was that too, frankly. Half of the day was a bunch of wrestlebacks. Tomorrow they finish wrestlebacks and then do medal placements and championships tomorrow. Wrestling should start tomorrow. I believe it's at 10:30. Let me verify that real quick. Yeah, 10:25 national anthem. Consolation semifinals are happening at 10:30. So they're going to do consolation semifinals, 3rd and 5th place matches, and then a lunch break. Wow. So from 10:30 to 1:40 is consolations. So they're going to finish consolations all the way through the medals. And then then at 1:40 to 2:20 is the lunch break. And then starting at 2:20 tomorrow afternoon is the championship face-off. So remember that. 2:20 tomorrow is a championship face-off for the finals. And that's, and then like the sadness of the end of Christmas Day, wrestling season is over. Oh, shoot. All righty.
Mr. Uso's about just getting started.
And he looks fearsome. He's such an athlete. He's built like he's got the specs for just a ferocious football player, which usually transfers to wrestling pretty good too. And man, he's tough. And nice sprawl on that shot. He's got front.
Oh, he's still moving.
He's adjusting well, guys. He
wants to circle his hips out front, and they're out of bounds.
And a lesser athlete would have been taken down. 100% would have been taken down right there. All right, Uso back to the center. shot by Belfans from and a reshot by Uso, and Belfans just spins around behind for an easy 3 points. Belfans working on what I guess in Star Valley we call a Zuniga, trying to wrench that arm out. Then he goes right to the swing to the other side real quick with a half, and Uso builds up to his base. Oh, and pops that arm off. Yeah, pops that half off, and Uso's doing a good job of defending some onslaught by Belfans. And Belfans is not a little guy. So Uso gets dinged for stalling on bottom, a warning. Oh shoot! And Uso. Uso got pinned with 3 seconds left in the first period, but he looked good doing it. He's new to wrestling, doesn't have to wrestle, but he wants to do something hard and wants to get better prepared for football, and hardly a better thing to do than wrestle. Well, I don't think there is a better thing to do.
And your first year wrestling, you make it to the semifinals at state, that's
something, isn't it?
That's pretty impressive.
That is something. All right, well, we might as well finish announcing the heavies. Or not. It's tough. I mean, I love wrestling, but I love it even better when it's one of our guys out there wrestling. And as neutral as Tyson and I try to be, we're really not that neutral. Okay, folks, just remember 2 key times tomorrow. 10:30 is when the consolation rounds start, and they will wrestle until they're done with all the medals. And that'll be about 1:40. So 10:30 to 1:40 is wrestling. And by the way, it's where a ton of points will or will not be scored by Star Valley. We've got lots of guys in the wrestlebacks. The medal round. This is medal stuff now. There's going to be a round of wrestling that will determine whether you'll wrestle for third or wrestle for fifth. But everybody is guaranteed to place at this point. So pretty important as far as the team race goes, team points, pretty important part of wrestling. And then at 1:40, the lunch break is scheduled to begin and go until 2:20, so 40 minutes of lunch, and then at 2:20 the face-off will happen, and 2:30 by 2:30 championships will have begun. So remember that 2:30 especially, 2:30 for the finals, and 10:30 for consolation finals, medal rounds, all of that. And we'll wrap up the broadcast. It's nothing here is going to happen. Well, okay, we'll watch the rest of these. Yeah, Lee.
We're not very good at dropping out of watching wrestling.
Yeah, we'd probably be here watching it anyway, so we might as well talk about it. Big heavyweights just beating the heck out of each other. Big Smith from Kelly Walsh is looking for a throw. Oh, Big Kelly Walsh gets the throw. He's getting all of his back points. And on mat number 3, Natrona County gets a little throw and a pin. Wow. So that's it. A couple of big pins, and it's over with and done. That was the semifinal round of wrestling. And by the way, the semifinals almost always is the best round of wrestling in a tournament. It's just they're fighting so hard. You got great wrestlers at every match. Tommy Gunn should have been out there in the semifinals. But, next year maybe. But we'll see you tomorrow morning. Everybody get a good night's sleep, get some food in you, get energized, because it's great wrestling tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for SBI for making this happen. Thanks for all the sponsors. Wyoming Army National Guard is one of them, I know. But we appreciate